Hello, hello. Welcome to the Hometown Advantage podcast. I'm really excited because today I'm taking you through my whole journey and walking you through my exact launch strategy that gets 4 to 6x return on ad spend every time. Man, something I've been noticing so much as a real factor of what sets apart people who are winning with online business, local business, advertising, marketing, all the things versus the people who aren't is what I'm just calling reps. Like who's getting in the reps. So I went from making $900 after ad spend in launch one of my program to over $60,000 profit after ad spend in launch six. Those words that just came out of my mouth are absolutely insane to me. And while I still don't know everything because I'm still putting in those reps, here's what I do know about running profitable AF launches and ads in general. This strategy can work whether you have a done for you service, a local business, a digital product, a group program, anything. So I want to take a second to take you all the way back to the birth of my group program, Hometown Advantage. I had been working in ads for years, taking my own clients, working for several different agencies at several different levels. But for a while, the majority of my time was spent strategizing, creating, building, managing ads for group program leaders and course creators that were doing anywhere from $10,000 a month in ad spend to working on scaling to $50,000 a month in ad spend. And I had a front row seat to how you sell a course or a program using ads, not only from the ads side, but from the whole other side as well. Webinar conversion rates, messaging, email sequences, all of the things, because if you're an ad manager, you know this, but if ads aren't converting, everyone wants to blame the ads when usually it's actually what's happening after the ads that's making your ads not convert. And most ad managers are only responsible for ads, are just responsible for getting you leads and traffic, and you're responsible for the rest. But the agency I worked with, thankfully, because it taught me so much, took responsibility for all of it. And so I got to see what was really going into these funnels, and I got to see what was possible, which was huge. Now, the other thing that all ads managers, done for you service providers will understand is doing it for yourself versus doing it for someone else is a totally different ballgame. But what I did know when I decided I was going to create a course was that I would need some sort of audience to sell it to. So I actually started running ads to a free lead magnet that felt aligned with my ideal client for months leading up to the launch. I think I was spending like $200 to $300 a month for probably like 4 months to start building my audience. Then I went right into the full live webinar. I think I maybe sent 2 emails promoting it, as in promoting the webinar, and then probably 3 or 4 emails selling the program after the launch. And then I ran my workshop ads because that is my area of expertise, and I ran my retargeting ads after. This is what I had done for dozens and dozens of clients in the past, and what I had thought I knew about launching, running ads to group programs, selling group programs, but I actually had not seen even the start of it. Okay, so I think I had 200 people signed up for this webinar and 3 enrolled in the program. So it was about a 1.5% conversion rate, and I was selling the program for $650. It's like a third of the price of what it is now. Now, I am in several masterminds where other people are selling group programs and things, and they'll get 3, 4, 5 people enrolled, and I'll see them posting in our communities like, oh, do I just refund them and move on? And I think that is insane. I ran that program with 3 people as if there were however many I wanted to begin with, but I got to be so hands-on with those 3 people, and they got such good results from working the steps that I teach and the hand-holding and the support that I got to give them through the coaching piece of the program. So it was time to try again. And I started pre-selling spots for the next round because I was just enrolling in rounds at this point. I wasn't enrolling all the time like I am now. And I ran the webinar again. And I think I sold 3 spots before the webinar, and then I enrolled 3 from the actual launch. So I had 10 people in the second round, which was over double. I was ecstatic. Seeing that growth happen, even though it was probably over a 7 to 8 month phase, is what gave me the confidence to go all in on the program in general. Because the idea for the program came in May 2020. 2024, that's when I started running those list building ads. And then the first time I launched it was October 2024. And then the second time I launched it was January 2025. So if there's anything I hope you take from these stories, it's time, it's reps, it's consistency, right? So from here, I decided to go all in on coaching and mentorship. I joined a mastermind. I had a call with my business coach like 2 days before my third launch, and she gave me so much amazing insight on things I should tweak, messaging and positioning I should change, gave me an idea for a fast action bonus. And I was feeling so good about the launch because I had already doubled my results. I was like, there's no way I can double my results again, go from 10 to 20, but like this would be amazing. So I'm going to spend more this time. And I ended up spending $7,000. So I went from spending $1,000 the first launch, $1,000 the second launch, to $7,000 the third launch. I had this bug in me and I had just been learning so much and I was so confident. I was like, let's do this. And I did end up enrolling 20 people, y'all, in that third launch. It was like $28K in revenue and $20K profit after ad spend. So from there, I just keep doubling down and rinsing and repeating what's working, staying patient, not getting bored with selling the same thing over and over again. My third launch, I had so many tech and like ads hiccups, and I ended up enrolling 20 people again. My fourth launch, I ended up enrolling 31 people. And then I just finished up. Wait, am I saying this right? I did October 2024, January 2025, April, June, September. So it was my fifth launch that I ended up enrolling 31 people. And I just finished up my sixth launch. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's been 6 times. And I enrolled 45 people, y'all. The other crazy part of all of this is that I actually raised the price of the program every single launch as well. Okay, so I've really been able to refine this launch process over the months and over the past year. So that's what I'm going to walk you through right now. The general cadence and outline of my launch process goes like this: 4 to 6 weeks of launch warm-up, which is where I'm promoting the live workshop and promoting my program simultaneously and kind of teasing and alluding to the promotion coming. Then I host the live workshop. I pour into my people, give them so much value, help them see how ads will change their business and their life and how it's changed my past clients' business and their life. And I invite them into the program. Then for the next 7 or 10 days, I'm promoting the program and the promotion for it. Okay, so that's the general cadence, and the actual length is anywhere from 5 to 8 weeks long. 8 weeks might be a little long. So during the launch warm-up process, I've actually learned that this might be even more important than the actual, I don't know about the actual webinar, but like the time after the webinar. Okay, because people need time to build trust with you. Everyone's talking about how attention is currency, which I agree with, but I recently heard someone say that attention is currency, but your trust is actually like depositing that currency into the bank, right? So I'm building trust. I'm showing what I can do. I'm sharing my unique point of view during this 4-week warm-up process for my email list and my social following. I'm emailing 3 to 4 times a week, posting 3 to 4 times a week. And I'm also running a bulk of my ads here. So, for example, this last launch, I spent around $16K in ad spend. I'm going to do a full launch debrief in an upcoming episode. And I think like $14,500 was spent in this launch warm-up phase, driving people to sign up for the workshop. Then, of course, I host the training. A lot of work has gone into this training. I give tons of value. I come up with the best way to position my offer that shows people this is the answer to the problems that I solve. And then there's about 1 to 2 emails that go out a day during that cart open or promo period. And these are really just answering questions and giving clarity about the program. I'm also running what we call retargeting ads during that time, where I've got client face-to-camera testimonials, I've got screenshot testimonials, I'm answering, again, questions about the program. Is this right for me if I have this type of business? And what exactly do you get? Like, more of the technical stuff happens in that promo cart open period. Okay, so that is the basic process. Now I want to talk to you about how ads are the best tool to use in your launch strategy to grow over time like I have. The most obvious reason is that your ads are going to drive growth that drives momentum. So my email list in less than 2 years has gone from 0 to almost 6,000 because of ads, right? And so that has been a part of what's helped me grow my launches every time. It's not just spending more. It's that I have this list of people that's growing bigger and bigger and bigger that have already expressed interest in me, that have already said, I am your person. I need to solve this problem that you help people solve. And now, actually, going beyond the launch talk, this actually makes it so that anytime I come up with a new offer or I need to sell even anything else outside of Hometown Advantage, I have a list of almost 6,000 people that are interested in, again, the problem that I can solve for them. So actually, like mid-year last year, I decided to test out doing these 2-hour intensives as kind of a midpoint between the DIY approach of joining a program and then the full ads management retainer approach that a lot of people aren't quite ready for yet. And it was the first time I launched something new since Hometown Advantage. And obviously it was like a very simple launch. All I had to do was set up a calendar and tell people it's available. And I think I made 6 spots available and they sold out within the first 2 emails. And I was not expecting that. But it made me realize that your audience and your email list is really like a safety net for you. I know now if something happens and my program completely dies for whatever reason, I have this safety net and this asset in my audience and also in my brain where I can come up with a way to solve someone's problem at a price point that works for them and that pays me what I need to pay my bills, and I can simply send them an email and offer it to them. The other reason that ads are so beneficial for your launches or selling anything is that they can create a touch point machine for you. So we've all heard the stats about how many times someone needs to see you in how many different places in whatever span of time in order to convert from audience member to purchaser. I don't understand how anyone can get to the exact number. Oh, you need 7. You need 44. It's like all over the place. I don't know what the number is, but all I care about is that I know it's true. You do have to show up, which is why when I'm doing a launch and you see me everywhere, it's very intentional. I want you to see me everywhere because that is how I make sales, by people seeing me everywhere. So the really cool thing about ads, and actually something that I came up with and that I do and that I wasn't taught anywhere is that I run something that I call nurture ads throughout my launch, usually throughout the warm-up phase. So the warm-up ads where I'm driving people from never hearing about me to signing up for the free workshop need to be this perfect balance of broad but specific. I need to meet them where they're at and say, hey, I know you have these problems. It's totally understandable. You have these problems because of this, not because of you. I've seen it time and time again. The solution to those problems is actually this. What you're trying to do is not going to get you to that solution, but this will. Hopefully you're following there. I'm not getting specific on this is the problem, this is the solution. It's different for everybody, obviously. But that's my cadence of messaging that I walk through in my lead generation ads. Now, once they're on my list, they start receiving those 3 to 4 emails a week that I talked about, and I'm doing a lot of nurturing there, talking about the frameworks that I teach, some of the random things they'll learn from me, whether they're on the workshop or coming into the program, results clients have gotten from these frameworks and things that they've learned from me, kind of changing their viewpoint on ads and what it takes to win. And then I can do that same thing in nurture ads where all I'm doing is spending money to retarget the people who opted in. So while I'm spending hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars a day on those lead generation ads, I only need to spend a couple dollars a day on these retargeting ones because the audience is much smaller. It's only the people who've opted in or who have been in my world. And that's where I can tell my story and hit all these other points that are going to help them see me everywhere, get to know me, get to know that I'm legit, start to trust me, and hopefully start to see themselves in some of my clients, success stories. And then once that launch warm-up phase is over and we go into the cart open, I can hit them with ads and emails at that point too. And these ads are on Facebook, on Instagram, in their feed, in their Reels feed, in stories, right? The last reason that ads are the best strategy to use to market your offers and launch your offers is because of the data that it will give you at a much, much faster pace than anything else. Like I said, in a couple episodes, you'll get my full launch debrief where you'll get to hear all of my data points from my last launch. But I would not be able to get these numbers so clearly when my content's reaching a couple hundred people over and over again. When I have 100 leads coming into my webinar, it's hard to get really good data on small numbers. And being able to collect that data and interpret that data has driven me to the growth I've been able to create. Because I know how to look at those numbers and say, okay, this is what needs to change for next time. Here are my ideas for changing that. Implement them, rinse, repeat. Okay, if you're launching anything this year and you want to use ads, I would love to hear from you and just even chit chat in the DMs about what ads could look like for you. I actually have 2 ways that my team and I can help you with ads right now. One is our Done For You Ads Management. This is full service, white glove, a true advertising partner alongside you in your business. We strategize alongside you from top to bottom. We're actually bringing you ideas, new angles to test, and we create all your ads, we launch them, we monitor them, we collect the data on them, we debrief the data on them, rinse and repeat again, just like this whole strategy and episode that I talked about. This is for the business owner that's doing multiple 6 figures a year and is amped and ready to make it 7 figures. We'll crank it up alongside you. The other way I can help you if you're not quite ready for Done For You Ads Management is, drumroll, a brand new offer. It's called Ready, Set, Launch, and it's a 7-day intensive where we meet on a Monday, you and I, strategize your campaign, and then my team and I get to work and we have ads launched for you within 7 days. But that's not all. After that 7 days, your ads are launched. You are not left in the dark to manage and decipher the numbers on your own. You're in Slack with me and your assigned ads manager from my team, who are all advertising geniuses, by the way. Able to ask questions. We're checking in on you, seeing how things are going. We're asking you for your numbers so that we can tell you exactly what we would do if we were managing your ads. Exactly what tweaks you can make that are simple, quick, but impactful. I opened up, I believe it's 5 or 6 spots between February and March for this offer at a beta price of $1,400. Once those spots are filled, we are definitely raising that to be closer to $2,000. So if you are interested in getting ads up to help you start building momentum for all of 2026 and beyond, this is an amazing starting point for you, and I would love to help you with it. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. You can email support@NicoleEldridgeMedia.com or send me a DM on Instagram, NicoleEldridge_ads.